Welcome to Devotions from Israel, a 5-minute word of encouragement. Today's devotion comes from Isaiah chapter 40. Today's devotion takes us to the Judean Desert, and it involves a prophet named Isaiah. Isaiah was a prophet to the southern kingdom of Judah at the end of the 8th century BC. Now, if you've ever read through the book of Isaiah, it's a long book, by the way, we would read that Isaiah has words of warning and condemnation because of the idolatry of the Judeans at this time, but also words of hope and promise. And yet Isaiah knew what was coming, and all of Judea did as well. They knew the Assyrians, who destroyed the northern kingdom in 722, were on their way to Judah. In fact, this was what was threatening the safety and the security of Jerusalem. And yet Isaiah, here in this 40th chapter that I'd like to read, offers a word of encouragement. In fact, he would speak prophetically, and I want to share these words with you today. Imagine Isaiah going to the Judean Desert, perhaps for a time of isolation, perhaps a time of contemplation with God, a time of reflection, a time to hear the voice of God tell him what to say to these Judeans amidst the difficult circumstance. And these are the words that we can celebrate today. Isaiah chapter 40. Comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem, and proclaim to her that her hard service has been completed, and that her sin has been paid for, and that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sin. A voice of one calling, in the desert, prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be raised up, every mountain and hill made low. The rough ground shall become a plain, the rugged places a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all people will see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. I think Isaiah knew his role in being not only a voice of warning against the disobedience of the Judeans, but as a voice of hope, especially in this crisis that was facing them with the Assyrians continuing their campaign now against their country, Judah. They would eventually, by the way, take 46 Judean cities under the leadership of King Sennacherib, the Assyrian king in 701 BC. But this was a time for encouragement. He wanted to bring a word of comfort because he knew that God was going to help them and not draw away from them. In fact, these are the same words that John the Baptist, or the baptizer, would share in the same location in the Judean desert in preparation for Jesus' coming. Those words are recorded in the Gospels. So prepare the way for the Lord, make straight a highway for our God. Be encouraged, my friends, today that God's redemptive history will be fulfilled when Jesus comes again, and we ought to be prepared in advance for his coming, holding on to the precious promises that God offers us each and every day. Be encouraged until next time. Shalom.